Hello everybody, my name is Dusty, and welcome to my channel. Today, I thought we would do an update on all of my fish because of the new recent additions. Some people have been wishing him well and making sure he's doing okay, and he is doing fantastic since I've gotten him, but I think it's been a long time since I've done a update on what's been happening in my fish dorm. There's a lot of new things going on, a lot of things have moved around. My community tank is no longer here, I don't have that anymore. I moved my guppy breeding stuff around. I finally rid my entire fish room of fish bowls and really small aquariums, except for the one quarantine tank that's sitting on my desk, and that is a lot. That's been happening. In the upcoming weeks, in the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'm going to be moving all my fish home for winter break, and obviously that can be a stressful thing to do. I'm not moving any of my 20 gallons, I'm not moving anything that's bigger than 10 gallons home, because I'm afraid if I do, I'm going to put a lot of stress, not only on the tanks, but on myself. So I have tubs and totes waiting at home to receive all of the fish when I move back. That way I don't have to worry about them being here or some automated system. I can just do it all myself. So I'm going to take you around tank by tank to show you everything that's going on in my fish dorm. If you have questions, make sure you leave them in the comments below. I'll answer them. Please, I know some of the fish are in a little bit smaller tanks than they should be. I've been monitoring them. Their water levels and qualities and everything else are fine. They're healthy. They're growing, and I know they're going to need a bigger aquarium sooner or later, so I'm working on it. Trust me, I have a lot of stuff in the works for the upcoming months. So for now, we're going to start with my first fish ever, and we're also going to start with my smallest tank. So the remainder of this video, I'm going to be holding the camera, so if it's wobbly or the audio doesn't sound perfect, please bear with me. I'm not that great at holding a camera. So this was the small quarantine tank I was talking about. This is my 2.5 gallon. As you can see, I have the water's blue because it's medicated right now. My first fish, or my first betta even, tank has some sort of fungal or bacterial infection, so I've been treating him. He gets daily water changes, and he gets treated with this Betta Revive that I've been using. The thing is, since I don't know what it is, I don't want to treat him for the wrong thing. This helps treat bacterial diseases and fungal diseases, or prevent it. I don't really know if it's going to work, but it worked for me in the past with things like this, so I figured I'd give it a try. Tank is nearly 3 years old. He is an old boy. He's been in my life the absolute longest out of everyone in this fish room, or fish dorm, and I love him dearly. So I try to do the best I can to make sure he is doing perfect all the time. This little tablet down here is just helping with dechlorinating the water and adding a bunch of beneficial vitamins to the water. So that's tank. We're going to now move over to the guppy breeding tub. So if y'all know, I did a video on these saying that these were my quarantine tubs. Since everything has gone through quarantine now and is fine, I've cleaned this one out. This one's been cleaned out completely. It's dry, everything, so I can take that home to put a pair of my other fish in here. This one I've turned into a guppy breeding tank. The guppy breeding tank used to be that 10 gallon over there. But I was having trouble with it, so I moved it to here. They have a 20-gallon filter on here, an aerator, a heater, the thermometers over there. They have live plants in here and on here. There's also cory cats in here as well. I can't enjoy the cory cats because I can't see them. I can barely see the guppies, but I think they're doing a lot better in here. I think they're going to breed a lot better in here. They're not going to have my nuisance face looking at them all the time, so I think they're going to do better in here. They're actually going to go back into a 10-gallon tank when I take them home. So now we're going to move on to my orange goldfish tank. I have 2 goldfish tanks. This one's the orange one because all of my orange and white goldfish are in here. I don't organize them by species, I organize them by color. It helps me a lot, and people that come in oftentimes ask why they're not organized by color, so I figured it was just easier just to organize them by color. It makes me feel good, so, you know. So this is the first tank. I have a nice new filter on the back. They had a sponge filter, the one that's in there actually on here, but I like this one better because I can easily get more cartridges for it. This one I have to drive all the way back to Milwaukee to fix. This one I can get at Walmart. so I'm not entirely upset about that. They had the smaller light on them because I moved the bigger light over there to accommodate both those tanks. That's fine. They really don't like the big light anyway. As you can see, these guys are getting big. These were my first 2 goldfish ever. We have Steve and Harvey. I did a whole video on my goldfish, and these 2 were a big part of that because they were my first 2 goldfish ever. They are getting big, and I'm really excited about that. And this is Mr. Peabody. He's my pearl scale. He really, I can't tell if he's gotten bigger. He's about the size, a little bit bigger than my thumb. He is absolutely stunning, and I can't wait for him to get older. They're in this long tank. They're going to be getting an upgrade during the winter. They're all going to be going into a 50-gallon tote. And when I get back, they're going to get 10 extra gallons added on to this tank. So I'm really excited about that. We have this other tank. These are where all my dark colored goldfish are. And trust me, I'm hearing how ridiculous it might sound to organize them by color, but honestly, it looks amazing. So we're going to go back. So this is the tank. Now this is the sponge filter that was on the other one. I have to upgrade to that filter, but I just really haven't gotten around to it yet. 2 of the goldfish in here are new. We have Nito right there as an incognito. We have Pennywise, the pom-pom in the back there, and then we have Cobalt, the new addition right down there. And he's doing great. He was the one that was shipped to me, and I did the video not too long ago. Actually, the last video I did was of Cobalt's delivery. Panicked me, stressed me to no end, but he's doing perfect. He's beautiful, he's vibrant, he's very active. He loves swimming into the bubbles and then taking the bubbles up, riding over into the filter, and getting pushed back. He is really fun to watch, and I don't think there's been a single time since I've had him where I haven't walked by and said, wow, he is just stunning. And I'm going to put the link in the description again of where I got him. She uploads videos really constantly now, almost on a regular basis, about different things she's doing, and it's great to watch. You should go and watch it. It's from the Goldfish Rescue in Wisconsin. She breeds goldfish, and she has a whole lot of eggs, so go and check out her channel. I think she'd appreciate it. She also ships goldfish. I've talked to people who have received her goldfish from all other states. I think there's one out in California. I'm in Wisconsin. She's in Wisconsin. So shipping live, healthy goldfish all the way out there is really impressive, and I really think you guys should go and check her out. But yes, these are my goldfish. They are all relatively small. There's my thumb. Not as big as my big boys over here. But they are pretty big, healthy, you know, eating a lot. So they are doing great. Now I feed these guys Frugal Bug Bites. They get the small fish formula. I'm going to be moving some of them up to bigger ones, but the problem is I have so many different sized goldfish that I don't want to get something too big if not all of them can eat it. I have a lot of tanks, a lot of stuff. If you don't know, I also run a betta rescue at my university. A lot of people abandon their fish, and bettas are like one of the most abandoned fish I've seen at universities because they're easy to get, easy to care for, and then people at the end of the day just don't want them anymore. So we're going to move on to some of the bettas that I have. 2 of them are mine, and 1 of them is actually up for adoption at the moment, and somebody has been looking at it, so I really hope they come and get it. It's beautiful, it's stunning. I wouldn't want to give it up for the world, but there are other fish that I know out there that need good homes too. So these are the bettas that I have that aren't in small tanks anymore. So this is my beautiful guy. I found him in a pet store. He was suffering from ick or fin rot. I'm not quite sure. I can't remember which one. But he was suffering from ick or fin rot. All the bettas that I own either suffered from ick or fin rot. I did an entire video on my male bettas a while back. There's not a lot of views on it. It was terribly put together, but all the bettas that I have, I rescue. They either had ick or fin rot or something that I knew I could treat. So I bought them, treated them, and now I have them. If somebody ever came along and said they really like them, I would probably let them take them if they have the proper room for them and everything like that. I enjoy helping them. I enjoy treating them, making sure they're okay. But I really want to find all of my bettas, besides Tank over there, a good home where they can thrive and not just be existing. Because as you can see, they're kind of just existing at the moment. I really don't have a lot of resources to put towards them anymore. I put a lot of my resources toward my goldfish, between doing almost daily water changes on those tanks and making sure that the tank is okay and the guppies are breeding. I just don't have a lot of time and energy to put towards my bettas anymore, and I really want to, but I don't. Now we're going to move on to the rescue tank. So this is the rescue tank. This is the tank that when I get a rescue betta, I put in. Usually the rescue bettas that I have come from small tanks or bowls with little to no water changes. So I introduce them here to see how they act with other fish. In here I have shrimp. As you can see, there's a ghost shrimp back there. And there's all sorts of mono shrimp in there. They were just molting. But this is the new betta back here. He is somewhere. He was just here. Where did he go? This is the betta. He is beautiful. His name is Cleo. I wouldn't want to give him up because he's so personable, but I just honestly don't have the room for him. And that's an algae wafer I just put in there, so it's not like it's been there for a long time. They're still working on it. What else is in this tank, don't mind me, I'm sitting down, is also the remnants of my community tank. My community tank was in that tank, and I moved it over here to this one. But I didn't get rid of all the fish. I got rid of pretty much all of them. The gouramis, the danios, and the algae eaters. But I didn't get rid of my rubber-lipped pleco. My rubber-lipped pleco is like the only pleco I've ever been able to keep that didn't die. It's the only pleco I've had that hasn't died yet. I don't know what I'm doing wrong or whatnot, but he is great, and I love him. So that's it, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed the update. I know it might have gone kind of quick. Maybe it didn't. I don't really know. I've never really done an update. I more just do what I want throughout the week and see what happens. But I'm going to throw in a clip at the end of this video of when I decided to move the tanks. It was just something I took. I was like, hey, you know, I think I want to move my tanks. And then I did. I spent the entire rest of the night reorganizing, doing everything. I'm the kind of person who, when something gets boring, I just take action right away and I try to fix it. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. There's always something to do in the fish room, or in the fish dorm, anyway. So I've been changing stuff around. I moved the goldfish out of this tank, or these tubs, into here, and I know those are overstocked. Fixing that, don't worry, just temporary. But as you can see, there's now a filter in here, and that filter came from there, and that filter came from there, and there's no filter on there. So what I'm doing is I'm moving those guppies and cory cats over here, simply because I do not think there's enough room in that tank for them to breed. So I'm moving that entire tank over here, and then these guys are getting moved over there. These two are, he's staying here. He has a bacterial infection behind his eyes, see? I think he hurt his eye a while ago, and I've known about it, but his meds just came, so we're going to try this, help fight that bacterial infection off, and get him a nice filter.